Hi everybody, it's Rhiannon. This week's topic is simple rituals, or simple spells versus full-on rituals. I'm going to make this quick. I had already done a video yesterday when I had a lot of extra time, and apparently it quit recording in the middle of me doing it and I didn't know. So, to me, the difference between a simple spell and a ritual is the amount of time and the amount of planning. If I'm just going to do a simple spell, I do have my ritual that I will bathe first, but I don't necessarily have to do a full-on ritual bath for a smaller spell. I will take a shower, I will meditate in the shower, I will do a cleanse in the shower, but I don't have to, I don't go all out the way I do if it's for an actual ritual. Typically, I save my rituals for the Sabbats, and for that I will plan out a bath, which becomes a part of my ritual in my room. When it comes to the planning, I still do my reading, and I still get my supplies ready, and I still get everything out that I need. But I feel like for rituals, the spell is a lot, or the time spent is a lot more. There are certain things that I do when it comes to rituals, like calling the corners and things like that, that I don't necessarily do for actual spell work. So time-wise, it's a little bit less. Depending on the spell, it can still be pretty extensive when it comes to what I use, what I say, things I do. But I still think for a ritual, it's much more elaborate. You know, for instance, with Beltane coming up, I have my bath planned, the herbs that I want to use and the oils that I want to use for my bath. I have my ritual planned for what I want to do in my room, and then I also have time set aside to make a fairy garden, and that is all going to take place on Sunday. So it's probably, we're looking at like a 3 to 5 hour thing, depending on how long it takes me to do each of these things. I don't plan necessarily how long, the baths take me. I go with when I feel right is when I get out. Because like I said, and I've said it several times before, I don't like going into any kind of ritual or spell with other energy that's not mine on me, and when my head's not in a really good space, because I feel like that can cloud the magic, and I don't like to do that. But I think to me that is the big difference, is it's planning and the elaborateness of what it is that you're doing. Sometimes even for ritual, is when I specifically use my tarot cards to do a reading for the next, couple months, the next month, and I do all of that on Sabbats. Now, granted, I do my tarot cards when it's not a Sabbat, of course, but that on the Sabbat, that becomes a part of my ritual, so that takes time itself too. And or any kind of divination, whether it be runes or scrying or whatever, that takes time. You have to concentrate, you have to be open and open yourself to receiving those messages anyway. So all of that takes a little extra time. Spell work itself, to me, while it does take time and it does take planning and it does take your mind being calm, it doesn't necessarily take the amount of time. And that's not to say that you're not doing like a 7-day spell and it takes a certain amount of time each day, but you've planned it, and maybe it only takes 30 minutes. And still at the end of the week, I probably still haven't spent as much time on that I do on a ritual. So that to me is a big difference. Those are the ways that my rituals and spells are different, and I'd be curious to know how yours are. So I will see you guys next week. Have a very blessed Beltane, and let me know what you guys do for your Sabbath this weekend. So, blessed be.